How's it going, guys? How's it going, Guru Nation? Welcome to the live stream. Change is inevitable. We got up really early today to do an interview on our channel, the Clinical Research Circle. So, shameless plug. Everybody go to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the Clinical Research Circle. We discuss different biotech stocks there. Sometimes the real interesting ones I also bring to my channel, but we discuss biotechs there, and we've been interviewing a lot of CEOs lately. This is the third CEO of a publicly traded biotech that I've interviewed, and today it was the CEO of Kintara Therapeutics, Saeed, and it really inspired me to do this live stream because I asked him at the end, I'll save you the suspense for waiting for the interview. And by the way, put your comments down below. Let me know what's on your mind, what you're thinking about change. Change is inevitable. Change is inevitable in any industry, not just clinical research. But one of the things I asked Saeed at the end of the interview was what books he recommends for him to recommend 3 books for people looking to advance their careers in life sciences. And he didn't really give any specific books, but he said anything related to change management. So, a couple of things you got to do. And make sure, by the way, guys, I keep forgetting this, but we need to get the algorithms going. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and thumbs up, or any action you can make is ideal for the algorithms. We need to completely shatter the algorithms. So, change management. Thank you, Shifa. Shifa's confirming this. Change is the only constant in any industry. So, 2 things he recommended: learn about change management, and then develop a deep domain expertise on whatever it is that you want to work on in the immediate future. In the immediate future. For example, if you are wanting to get into the oncology space, obviously you got to learn about oncology, but more specific, you got to learn, okay, which particular kind of oncology, solid tumor, liquid tumor, and then all the specific therapies, the combos. If it's gastrointestinal studies, you got to learn about microbiome. You got to learn about the domain that you're in. So be a specialist first, and then be a generalist. So pick a domain that you really like, that you think you could focus on. Hopefully it intersects with where the industry is headed. So oncology, anything with gene therapy, anything with personalized medicine, GI, gastroenterology, central nervous system. One of those things, or maybe like data, maybe you like things with data or AI, those things also work too. Develop your domain expertise there. Even if you already have a job, let's say you're a clinical research coordinator at a site that does central nervous system disorder studies, become an expert. Become an expert on central nervous system. I mean, not just to do a good job as a coordinator. Learn what the PI and sub-Is know. I mean, I'm not telling you to be a clinician, but try to learn the science behind it. Try to learn the common medications. Try to learn the most common AEs. Try to learn the most common side effects for certain medications. Learn the dosings. Learn one of our best coordinators we've ever had started out as a receptionist for a psychiatric clinic. It wasn't even clinical research, it was a psychiatric private practice. I brought in the clinical research there. She became a coordinator. She was the receptionist. She was the one answering calls, authorizing refills on prescriptions, taking that side effects. After doing it for a while, you start learning. She went to all the lunch and learns with the drug companies where the sales reps and the medical liaisons come and present new findings for their new drug to the doctors. Nobody told her to go. She went to these things, she took notes, she studied, she became a domain expert. Guess what? She's a site owner now. Right. This is how you go from a hyper specialist to a domain expert to then a generalist. So she knew nothing about business. She was a site owner. She went from a specialist to a generalist. Let's go through some of this. Took your advice watching now from my office at Sorrentis. Shout out to Sorrentis CNS. They in Southern California, they run the Alzheimer's space, and they're also doing different kind of things too. But central nervous system. Shout out to the team there at Sorrentis Clinical Research. I used to monitor there, and I know the PI and the sub-I pretty well at that place. So good job, Kimberly. Good job for that. And become a change agent, become a domain expert, and then become a generalist. Shifa says, adapting to change is very important. Keep yourself open to changes, be it individual or organizational. Absolutely. Christine Naro, shout out to Christine. We missed you on the Clubhouse. Clubhouse is not the same without you, Christine. Our Friday night Clubhouse, I make it monthly now. So it's not every Friday, it's once a month. We switched it from being a mixer to being a biz dev session. So we switched it from being a mixer to being biz dev on Fridays. Maya, how's it going? How's it going? Thank you so much for watching, you guys. So let's go through some of these questions. Any clinical foot in the door? Former 6-year CRC and Pfizer trained. So I would leverage your 6-year experience as a coordinator. One of the things, maybe I'll do a short video on this, but one of the things that you got to do is you got to find relatable skills. You got to find your relatable skill sets to open yourself up for more options, open yourself up for more opportunities. Because when we spend a lot of time, and 6 years is considered a lot of time in one role, that's a very good thing, but it could also be kind of a bad thing. So what you have to do is you've got to figure out how to leverage your expertise to only showcase the good part, and then figure out the relatable skills, figure out how to reflect that on your CV, on your LinkedIn profile. I like that you commented from LinkedIn. That's the place to do it. I see you're petting a jaguar. That's amazing, by the way. Like, if you have courage to do this, what I see in your profile picture, I mean, I would never do this with a jaguar. If you have the courage to do that, you have the courage to you should have no problem getting your foot in the door. So it's about leveraging the positive aspects of being a CRC. That means you've developed a deep domain expertise on something. Showcase that, but also showcase the relatable, transferable skill set to being maybe a CRA, maybe a remote site monitor, maybe an in-house CRA. There are so many, like, these CROs are so behind on hiring. As long as you demonstrate some sort of transferable, relatable skills. For example, here's a really concrete example of doing that. A real concrete example. If you've been a coordinator for 6 years, chances are you've probably reviewed a colleague's work, another coordinator. Maybe you were a backup coordinator on another study. Well, guess what you did? You were kind of like a monitor for that study. So find a way to put that on your resume. Put conducted source data review. Maybe you even did source data verification. Conducted source data review on other coordinators' work, which included source data review, obviously, investigational product accountability, and regulatory investigator site file management, maintenance. If you put that, not only is it obvious that you know how to do that from the coordinator perspective, but 6 years of doing that and looking at performing more of a quality control function at your site, which I know a lot of coordinators are doing this, you can now showcase that. It's good that you know that, but how do the employers know that? A lot of these employers think inside a box, and they see CRC and they say, well, yeah, I'm CRC, but no monitoring experience. Well, no, it's your job to make them think outside of that box. Show them exactly, like almost word for word, what you did. Look at job descriptions for jobs that you want. Look at job descriptions and job requirements, and tailor your resume to Show them this. Don't make them read between the lines. Show them exactly what you did. This is how you go from specialist to generalist. If we've been a specialist for any period of time, we have transferable skills, especially 6 years as a CRC. CRC is the most generalist position you can have. So Sandy agrees. Good luck, Sandy. Let me know how it goes. Anna Marine, thank you for your service so much. Hi, Dan. Took your advice, got my foot in the door as a CTA at a sponsor. It's been 2 months and I've learned so much already. Excited for what's to come. Alicia, message me, please. Let's do an interview if you're up for it. I need to interview more people from the community, from Guru Nation, that have taken the advice, have had the courage to do it, and have put themselves out there. Please, 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 Alicia. Congratulations so much. Shifa says, talking about remote site monitoring, decentralized clinical trials are being preferred over traditional routine clinical trials due to various benefits, especially in the COVID-19 pandemic era. Yeah, I mean, look at CVS. CVS Health, which is CVS Pharmacy. You can find them on every corner in the United States just about. They're getting into the clinical trial space. I have people from CVS that are research coordinators that just followed me. They say, hey, glad I found you here. So that's coming. All right, that's not going to replace traditional trials. That's going to, because look, at the end of the day, CVS doesn't treat patients. Clinicians treat patients. But what CVS is doing is they're leveraging their network and their relationships in the community with physicians to try to get access to the patients. And they do already have access to a lot of patients, obviously, that visit their stores, go to their pharmacies. But that your relationship with your pharmacist, especially if it's at a big chain retailer like CVS, is not the same as your relationship with your clinician. And so I think what CVS is trying to do plays right into this trend of decentralized clinical trials. I think there's a place for that. I think there's a place for that in more simple studies, studies with this easier inclusion-exclusion criteria. I don't think that replaces traditional trials. But if you can find an angle to get your foot in the door that way, like maybe you lucked out and you work for CVS and you're part of their pharmacy, maybe you're a pharmacy tech, ask them if you can be a part of the clinical trials. It looks like they're like, whenever a company like that takes on a big initiative like this, they need people. They'd rather bring people internally than from outside to help. Trifina, couldn't agree more on getting expertise on particular domain. Knowing in and out is really good in this competitive world. Thank you, Dan. We'll surely take your advice. Take the advice. Take the advice. It's not so much about learning, guys. This is what I'm discovering. It's less about learning and more about doing. Like, a lot of you guys and gals learn way too much and don't do enough. So, yes, learning is important. You need to develop domain expertise. Pick one that you like, or pick one that you lucked into, or pick one that you think gives you the best odds of getting started. Become a master at that. Figure out relatable, transferable skills. Network with people. LatinosInClinicalResearch.com is free for everybody. Any background, any ethnicity. It's free. We do monthly Zooms. We will never charge our viewers. We try to get sponsorships from industry. Everything's for free for you guys. Join LatinosInClinicalResearch.com. Network. Okay, watch videos like on the Clinical Research Circle. Everybody go to YouTube channel right now and go to subscribe to Latinos in Clinical Research YouTube channel and the website, LatinosInClinicalResearch.com, and then subscribe to the Clinical Research Circle YouTube channel. Learn from others. Learn how others went from specialist to generalist. If there's one common theme for these CEOs, COOs, CFOs, anybody in a leadership position at any organization in life sciences, they went from a specialist to a generalist over their career. What does that tell you? That tells you if that's what you want to do, and thank you, Christine Naro. Please join Latinos in Clinical Research. Christine Naro, our LICR ambassador. What does that tell you? That tells you that if you want to emulate the successful people in this industry, and you have the ambition to do that, you need to become a generalist. And that comes from doing. Obviously, you got to learn a little, but learning doesn't replace doing. This is why I did that video. I think that video I did yesterday really resonated with a lot of people. What I really feel about the Master's in Clinical Research degree. I think learning is less than doing. If we do those mathematical equations, learning here less than doing. Right? The mouth is going to eat the doing, not the learning. That there's no replacement for that. So just learn from these videos, learn from these interviews, network with people, pick an area, become a domain expert. All right? Thank you so much for watching. I'm opening up my YouTube membership page. We're phasing out the Patreon, and we're opening up because there's a much bigger audience on YouTube, and YouTube does the marketing for you. So I'm going to definitely keep doing the free videos on YouTube all the time. I'm going to kill it. I intend to kill it on YouTube and on LinkedIn and on Facebook for free, and on the podcast, and on Latinos in Clinical Research, and on the Clinical Research Circle. But I'm going to have a membership on YouTube for $9.99 a month, and we're going to have exclusive live streams. We're going to have early access to videos. We're going to have Q&As. We're going to have like monthly Zooms. It's going to be cool. So be on the lookout for that on my YouTube channel. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I don't expect everyone to do that. The free stuff, I'm going to keep coming at you guys. Keep getting more interviews with you guys. People like Alicia. Alicia, please message me. Who took the advice, got the foot in the door, right? Like, this stuff is real. This stuff is real. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, heart, share, and make sure you check out more live streams. And if you get a chance, check out the YouTube memberships page that I have. It will be activated right after this webinar, this live stream is done. Thank you guys. Take care. Have a good week. Be on the lookout for more videos. I'm going to be creating so much content in the next few months. It's going to be insane. Take care, guys. Let's get more of you to be specialists, then generalists, and then dominating your career in the industry. Take care.